In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make Tom the Lizard as a cake topper.
So you may remember the last video I did was of the beaver, and it's from the Hoppers film, which I have been to see now. And this time, instead of doing a cake, we're going to do a topper, and it's going to sit nicely with our cake. I'm going to use the Saraceno pasta model, which is a modeling paste. And I'm just deciding which of the greens to use because he's kind of dark green on his back, lighter on his tummy. Kind of looks a different color on my print off to on my phone. Maybe the darker green is the closest color. Maybe we'll mix them together. It's quite hard when you start with it. Guys, this is the same as they're using a gum paste. Alternatively, you could use a fondant or sugar paste mixed with some Tide or CMC. I do have a discount code, which I'll put on screen for if you do want to use any of the Saraceno products, you can use the discount code off their website. Now, if you are using the same paste as me, you will need to give it a good knead to get it sort of warmed up and pliable. I think I'm actually going to add a bit of the lighter green to it as well. I did put mine in the microwave just for about 7 seconds, just to warm it up and make it a little bit easier to roll out. Now, take one. This is the first way I made him, and then I decided it was going to be better a second way. So I'm just going to take pretty much all of what I had kneaded together and roll it into like kind of a carrot shape to start with, a really fat carrot shape. We're going to roll it a bit thinner. So the thin end is going to be the tail, and then the thicker end is going to be the body. So it wants to be nice and thin on one side. If you struggle rolling with your hands, you can use a cake smoother to help roll that out. Start with the tail end, and let's try and put this in a position where I think Tom is going to stand easily. So we're going to go for that same position that you could see earlier on my phone, just because I think it's going to balance fairly well on its own without me having to kind of skewer it into a cake to hold it up. Now I'm going to roll it sort of between my fingers where I think the neck is going to be, or just below his head. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off just above that to leave enough for the face, which will leave it a little bit square at the top kind of corners. So we're going to need to cut those corners off. I could have really just started with a little bit less paste. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie or not yet. I have. I've been stuck in Manila for a little while. I did make this video before I actually went over to Manila due to problems with flights, obviously going through Dubai. So I wasn't able to just get home. But while I was over there, I went to see the film Hoppers, and I can highly recommend it because it was funny. It was actually really good. I did enjoy it. I mean, I love illustrated kind of cartoony films anyway. This isn't a paid for ad, by the way. I genuinely really enjoyed the film and went to see it because I had not a lot else to do over while I was there, but I did enjoy it. Okay, so I have played around with the face, tried to round it off, and then we're just going to press in a mouth using the thin end of my Dresden tool. And then let's put another line just below. Oh, I'm not liking the look of his chin. We'll just press slightly below there. Okay, let's going to push this bit into the mouth so that we hollow the mouth out slightly. You might find it's easier to swap to the wider end of your Dresden tool or flower and leaf veining tool. I think it's actually called. I still call it a Dresden tool. Let me know in the comments below. Do you guys know it as a Dresden tool or a flower and leaf veiner? Okay, so I'm going to use a ball tool to just create a couple of little eye sockets. And then later we will give him some white eyes, but they will stick out a lot from this eye socket. Looking at the pictures, they should do anyway. So he looks like quite a simple character, and yet I actually really struggled to get him to look like what he should do, even though he looks so simple and basic. Okay, I'm just seeing if I create some quick legs. I mean, these are not the proper legs, but it's just so I can see for an idea. Is he going to look more like what he's supposed to if he's got arms and legs? I'm not convinced at this point. So actually, do you know what? We're going to start again. I'm just quickly going to interrupt this video just to let you all know that our latest video or tutorial in our subscription service is how to make these little miniature flowers. So those of you that are already members, that's available in there for you now. If you want more information on becoming a member, I'll put a link below in the description below this video. And also you can have a sneaky peek at the scooters, which will also be getting added into the subscription service very soon. And this time, I think what I'm going to do is start the same way, but I'm going to see if we can do his head slightly differently. Let's start with the head end because last time we started with the tail. So I'm bending over one end, which will become the face, and I'm just going to pinch it slightly to sort of bring it out so it's longer. Can you see there from the side? The neck, I'm going to leave it thick this time. Last time I did make it thinner than the head and the body, so let's try it this way. I'm just going to press in firmly with my Dresden tool just under the bit that I've kind of pinched to come out. See if we can pull those cheeks out a tiny bit more with the end of the Dresden. And this time I'm going to try opening it up with a craft knife or X-Acto knife. Do you guys know it as a craft knife or an X-Acto knife? Sometimes when I say craft knife, often people have no idea what tool I'm talking about. So let me know what you know that tool as or that knife as. Okay, I'm going to have to smooth it out a little bit with the back of the wide end of the Dresden because it hasn't given me a very smooth cut. We'll press in lightly underneath where the chin's going to go. Not too much, just a little bit. Let's just open it up a little bit more. I think his mouth often looks to be fairly open in the movie. Okay, we'll put those 2 eye indentations in, or eye socket indentations in, just like I did on the last one. Okay, I'm not sure if the sides of his mouth need to maybe be a little bit wider. I could have left it too late to do that, but we'll see if we can push them out a bit more. Okay, let's poke in a couple of little nostril holes. Then I am going to roll the bottom end of the body to become the tail. So a nice long thin point, not too long. Okay, and let's bend it here. Again, I'm not 100% convinced I've got the shape exactly right. I think maybe I'll just thin that tail a little bit more at the end. And then let's curl it up. If it doesn't stay in that position, you can always prop something just underneath it, just to hold it in place till it starts to firm up. I'm going to twist his head slightly to one side. There you go. So I've just got a bit of leftover paste. Just make sure it doesn't feel sticky though when you put it under there to dry. So he's had 10 minutes. He's starting to firm up. I'm going to roll 2 balls of white. I'm using the modeling paste again, just because it's going to be pretty firm to work with compared to sugar paste. Let's cut it in half. So 1 ball, actually, cut it in half. I was going to do 2 balls, but yeah, 1 ball, we'll cut it in half. Just make sure it's nice and rounded at the top. And then we're going to squeeze that in there. I have rounded it slightly at the bottom as well. So actually, we could have just used 2 round balls to begin with. Now, usually when I make these things for videos, they take me a lot longer than what you guys see them as. This particular character didn't actually take very long. I mean, I didn't get him exactly right, but he was still fairly quick to make. So it only probably took me another 5-10 minutes longer than this video. So I'm going to fill the inside of his mouth with some black paste. I've just rolled it really thinly, so it's modeling paste, kind of a bit of a semicircle. Just put a little bit of water in there to glue it in place. Now, I'm hoping you guys can't hear too much of the background noise, but it's raining quite heavily, which is quite noisy, as well as the noise of the dog snoring in the background. So I'm just going to push that in so it's tucked in nice and tight in each corner of the mouth. And then we're going to give him his pupils. His eyes are pretty simple. He just has 2 little black round pupils. So usually I like to put little white highlights and things like that in the eyes. In this one, I don't think we really need it. Just working out what position we want him to be looking in. And then flattening them down because we don't want them to stick out too much. Okay, we're going to need some pink for a tongue. This particular one is a Renshaw's food colour, I think it is, this one that I've got here. But you can use any. So I'm going to squeeze flat a bit of a circle. We'll cut one side off slightly and put a little indentation in the middle of it, almost like a heart shape-ish, but without the point at the bottom. And we'll just slot that in the place in the bottom of his mouth. Okay, next let's make some arms and legs. Now, Tom the Lizard is in the movie, but I would have liked to have seen him in there a bit more than he actually was in the movie. If you guys have seen the movie and you think he should have been in it more, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so we've rolled it nice and thin and we've just cut in 4 little lines. I'm just going to round it off at the ends for fingers. He's got pretty basic style fingers. I'm just using my paintbrush handle just to sort of spread the base of the fingers apart a little bit. And then we'll just trim the arm up there. I'm going to use a little bit of water to stick this on with, and let's give him a bit of a bend. He just has kind of bendy looking arms. He doesn't really have elbows with like a point on them or anything, so makes our life a little bit easier. And then I'm just going to do exactly the same for the other hand. Play around with bending the fingers if you want, so that you've got them in different positions. Again, I'm trying to go for the image that I was looking at. I'm trying to do it in the same kind of pose. Now, they're fairly soft, so I'm just going to give them 5 minutes to firm up while I work on the legs. So squeezing the ends slightly for like the foot part. I'll just make the leg, or higher up the leg a little bit thinner. I was just going to do the same kind of thing in the feet. I don't know if he's got fewer toes. Yeah, I think 3. He does have a bend at the knee that's sort of more obvious than the bends in the elbows. So let's see how that fits on there. Just trim it straight like that. Again, a little bit of water. But if you prefer, you can use edible glue. And we're just going to push these legs on at each side near the bottom of the body. And you can see like he stands up on his own even without adding the legs. So this is what we want really, that he will support himself. The legs are just there for fancy. They're not really supporting him. Give them a good firm squeeze on the sides. Now you can see the seam a little bit on this. I'm not too worried about it. You can try and blend it out by brushing a little bit of water on and just sort of rubbing it tightly, using like something like the paintbrush handle to rub it into the rest of the body, and just kind of rub over with your finger, a little bit of water there until you're happy with it. Now, people do ask me a lot what you do if your paste starts going dry while you are working with it. Just mix in a little bit of vegetable shortening. The stuff we have in the UK is called Trex. You can get it in all different countries, but it's usually called something different, but just vegetable shortening. It'll stop it drying out as quick. But there we go. We've got both arms on, both legs on. I've just put a piece of paste just at the side of him just to make sure he doesn't rock over while he's drying. Once he's firmed up, you can add a little bit of edible food powder to him. If you want to, you can just leave him as he is, but I think like we need to lighten the tummy as well. But I'm just trying to shade around the edge of the tongue just to make the edge of the tongue a little bit darker. So starting with some red doesn't make a big difference. So I will probably add like some charcoal grey maybe around the very outer edges, see if that darkens it a little bit more. To be honest, the angle that you kind of look at him, you don't really see this shading, but I wanted to add it anyway. And I just put that on with a dry dust. And I realized these palettes look like makeup, guys. They're not. They are edible food palettes. I did used to sell them, but they are called Petal Craft palettes. I'll try and put a link to where you can get them from. I don't sell them anymore. I think they do on Amazon. It's an American company, I think. I'm going to go a little bit lighter on the tummy. So there's like a pale green color here. You could probably get away with like cream or even white on his tummy though. And sort of the bottom part of his mouth. Just putting a tiny bit on the edge of his legs as well. Just where I want it to look like the light is hitting it and it's kind of highlighting it a little bit more. And then if you want anywhere to look shaded, pick a slightly darker shade of green than the modeling paste that you've used. And just dust that on. It doesn't look very obvious on camera. I can see it in real life, but unfortunately it doesn't show that well on camera. And I'm going to mix some white and black to make a slight grey just to go around the bottom of each eyeball, just so it looks a little bit shaded around the bottom edge. Sometimes I get a bit carried away with this and they look like they've got dark eye bags. So just watch out that you don't make your character look too tired by adding the darker colour around the eyes, especially the bottom of the eye. Okay, so I think when I watched the movie, you could, in the close-up shots, you could kind of see some of the scales on his back, but only very faintly. So I'm just trying to kind of paint them on with a dry powder again, just using the really big brush to dust off any loose stuff. I think you can kind of see it. I don't know how much it really shows up for if it's worth doing that or not. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Is it worth putting those little scales on, or do they not really make any difference? Okay, so I've got out my loose powder colours as well, just to show you don't have to use them from the Petal palette. You can use them that are kind of loose like this, but I just want to see if I can find a nicer colour. Every time I'm picking it up, it's coming off and away from the body, where it's kind of staying on my thumb and coming away from the figure. So I'm just trying one of these loose powders instead to see if that sticks a little bit firmer. You can obviously paint it on as a wet paint, which will make it stick firmer, but I do find that I sometimes get more obvious brush lines by painting it on wet. Okay, just lightening up the bottom of his jaw and the tip of his tail a bit more as well. Okay, he's there. He kind of is a bit funny looking, isn't he? Okay, I've darkened the scales. There we go.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was a fairly quick one. I'm not sure I got him quite like what he looks like in the film. He looks like it'd be really easy, doesn't he? But yeah, I found him more difficult than I thought. But I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, you can watch my last video, which is how to make Loaf the Beaver from Hoppers as well. And you can also check out more of my online classes on my website, as well as the free tutorials on the YouTube channel. Also, I've got a book if I didn't tell you already, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one soon.